Nous sommes en audience publique, Monsieur le Président.
The court officer, we are in open session, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Now, Mr. Witness, you mentioned that the politicians, the local politicians, use words like madoa-doa and kwekwe. Can you tell the court how the people reacted when the politicians would use these words?
Well, again, in what circumstances? Are we talking about a meeting he attended on a date he didn't remember? In what context is this question to be rooted, that we can better understand its significance?
I'm going to reframe my question, Your Honor. Now, yesterday, Mr. Witness, you stated to the court that you heard at these rallies the words madoa-doa and kwekwe being used by the local politicians. What I want to know is, at these rallies, when the politicians would use these words in the speeches that they were giving, what was the reaction of the people that were attending the rallies?
I can't remember, Your Honor.
You also stated, Mr. Witness, that William Ruto, Raila Odinga, and Mudavadi were present at these rallies. I'd like to know, if you can recall, obviously, do you remember Mr. Mudavadi making any speech at these rallies?
Your Honor, he must have made a speech, but I can't remember the details of the speech.
Witness, the question was, do you remember if Mr. Mudavadi made a speech? If you remember him making a speech, you can say yes. If you don't, do not tell us that he must have. We want your answer to be responsive to the question. If you remember, he may have made a speech or maybe not. It doesn't help us to tell us that he must have. If you don't remember, you need to tell us whether or not you remember him making a speech.
I don't remember, Your Honor.
And as for Mr. Raila Odinga, do you remember if he made a speech?
I remember, Your Honor.
Unless you remember the exact details, can you tell us what was the general speech about that he made?
It was about rallying people to not to support the Constitution draft. And I remember him also talking in the Luo language.
Now, as for Mr. Ruto, do you remember if he gave a speech during these rallies?
I don't remember.
Would you be able to tell us, Mr. Witness, if these rallies or what was said at these rallies was broadcasted on the radio at the time?
I don't remember.
Thank you for those clarifications, Mr. Witness. Your Honors, I'd like to go into private session for about 10 minutes.
Private session.
Nous sommes en audience publique, Monsieur le Président.
Mr. President, we're in public session.
Please proceed, Mr. Garcia.
Now, Mr. Witness, in regards to this rally that was held at Kapsabet Stadium, in 5th of December 2007, can you tell us where exactly in Kapsabet the rally was held?
Kapsabet Stadium, Your Honor.
Does Kapsabet Stadium go by another name, Mr. Witness?
No, Your Honor. Great. Your Honor, it's Kipchoge Keino Stadium.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Can you tell us approximately how many people were attending this rally at Kipchoge Keino Stadium?
There were very many thousands of people attended the rally. It was a big rally, Your Honor.
And can you tell us briefly what the rally was for?
It was for drumming support for ODM party since the election was approaching.
Was there any publicity done before the rally was held?
Yes, Your Honor. Publicity was done through the vernacular stations, and there was a car that was going around the town announcing about it.
And you mentioned vernacular stations. Which were there any Kalenjin vernacular stations that publicized this rally?
Kass FM.
Would you be able to tell us who would be the presenter who would publicize these type of rallies?
I don't quite clearly remember who was announcing, who was giving announcement.
Now, in regards to the people who were attending this rally, could you tell us about the ethnicity of these people?
Majorly Kalenjins, but of course there were Luos, Luyas.
Would you be able to tell us how these people, how they arrived there?
Public transport is what they used to come there, Your Honor.
Now, do you recall, Mr. Witness, who was present, what politicians were present at this rally on the 5th of December?
Local politicians. There was Honorable Elijah. There was Honorable Koech. There was Mudavadi. There was Ruto. And others I cannot remember.
Your Honors, do you wish for us to continue? I'm seeing the time, obviously. I'm mindful of it.
How many more questions do you have on this in this line on the stadium?
Much more than a couple of minutes, Your Honor, maybe 15, 20 minutes.
All right. We'll take our morning break now, and we'll come back at 11:30. The blinds will come down for the witness to be escorted from the courtroom.